a senior here, and I'm the company's founder and CEO. You know, we got a lot to get through this morning, so I think I'm just going to dive right in. TeraThought is a mobile app startup. We're using software solutions to help people live healthier lives. Now, you hear about mobile app startups all the time. They're behind many of our favorite services and products, from Netflix to Uber and Lyft and Airbnb. But what sets TeraThought apart, and something that we're extremely proud of, is that we're powered entirely by high school students. Now, of course, there are many adults in this process that play a key enabling and facilitating role in what we do, but the leadership, the innovation, the delivery, everything this company accomplishes is a testament to the power of the high schooler. And honestly, a little bit of a rebuttal to all those boomers out there, and all our parents and grandparents, and society at large that says that we can't, that our generation is going to doom this planet. Well, we disagree. And as the only comprehensive startup experience for high schoolers, we really are a step above, the internship that you might get elsewhere. We're at larger companies. Because of our age and our perceived inexperience, we're forced to do more menial jobs that don't have an impact at the organizations at which we work. But at TeraThought, each and every one of our members plays an integral role in the direction of our company and in the shaping of our products and services. Now, just like me, TeraThought's new to DA this year, but the company itself is not new altogether. We were founded over 2 years ago in New Jersey. The collective vision of a handful of high schoolers who believe that age is just a number and they could float a successful organization and make a substantial and tangible difference in their communities. In our time in New Jersey, we developed a range of innovations, the first of which, TeraTime, is a testament to the power of addressing a critical need, no matter how simply. We realized there was no free stopwatch and timer application on the Mac App Store. So to get our feet wet with app development, that's exactly what we built. Today, TeraTime is enjoyed by its over 9,000 customers, has a stellar rating on the Mac App Store, and regularly makes appearances on the top 200 utilities list. Now, for this next app that we spent the majority of our time in New Jersey developing, we decided to push ourselves a little bit further. And since we're all high schoolers here, here's how we can do this. The problem we were trying to solve: I say sleep, you say deprivation. Sleep! Deprivation! Sleep! Deprivation! Sleep! Deprivation! Sucks, and we wanted to solve it. We realized that there were many other people out there, our fellow students, society at large, that was suffering from sleep deprivation. And while many of us, because of our busy schedules, only have enough time for a certain amount of sleep in our day, we wanted people to be able to adapt the most sustainable and efficient sleep routine. So we built Somnus, an app that gradually acclimates people from whatever chaotic mess their sleep schedule is right now to a more sustainable and efficient routine. And for the first time, allows people to explore brand new sleep patterns like polyphasic and bimodal sleep cycles that have been scientifically proven to be more in line with our circadian rhythm, thereby getting us the most amount of rest from the same amount of sleep. In New Jersey, we also had a ton of enriching entrepreneurial experiences, from the MIT LaunchX competition, which imbued in us a sense of innovation and challenging the status quo, to professional business mentorship from management consultants and startup advisors, giving the foundation for our organization. And of course, our in-house hackathon, which was a ton of fun and a ton more free food. We had a blast developing a Pokemon Go-style gaming app where users, instead of catching Pokemon, could try and catch each other. It was quite a concept. Now, over the past 5 months, TeraThought found a new home at Durham Academy. We've had an incredible time here so far. Our organization has swollen to over 20 members. We have 5 groundbreaking new products in the works and 5 divisions pushing the limits of what our company can do further than ever before. We're at a unique point in the company's history where the wrinkles and birthing pains of creating an organization from nothing are in our past. And all that lies in our future is the immense growth afforded to us by our upcoming products and services. But for that explosive growth to really come to fruition, we need the help of all of you. Now, as I mentioned before, We have 5 excellent divisions here, and their diversity caters to your interests, whatever they may be, whether they're the more aesthetic sides of design, or the technical sides of programming, or anything in between. And to tell you all about our first incredible development team, I'd like to bring up Chief Technology Officer Leo Dombrowski. Leo!
Hello everybody, I'm the Chief Technology Officer, Senior Leo, and I want to talk a little bit about the development team. So there's no such thing as an app development company without apps, but unfortunately apps don't grow on trees. That's why the development team is in charge of taking a well thought out design, a concept or simply a spur of the moment idea, and building it into a functional product. So the development team is the skeleton of TeraThought. Every other division depends on our ability to produce. So some of you may not know exactly how development works, how app development works, so let me give you a rundown. TeraThought aims to stay at the forefront of innovation. We use industry standard tools such as Xcode, Apple's integrated development environment, and Swift, the primary programming language for apps. And we also have a bunch of modern support tools to help make coding easier and more efficient. So for those of you interested in joining the development team, there are 2 main subdivisions. We have front-end development and back-end development. Front-end development is in charge of essentially everything that the user interacts with, all the buttons, all the user interface, that is front-end development. If you're interested in camera views, if you're interested in getting all the scrolls to work, everything to switch from one screen to another screen, then you'd be very good at front-end development. Back-end development is the brains of the system. It's the processing behind the front-end development, the front-end system. So if you're interested in math, if you're interested in algorithms, getting everything to do what it needs to do behind the scenes, then you would be perfect for back-end development. So I want to give you a little bit of a description of what we have done over the past couple months. So starting with a blank slate, in 2 months we built a green screen app for the Durham Museum of History. Essentially what the problem the Durham Museum of History faced was that they had a green screen actually donated by middle school DA students, but the app that they were using was pretty much impossible to use. We tried it out, we tried to figure out how it works, and none of us could do it. So what we wanted to make is an app that a child could click a button and it automatically works. And we wanted to transport children to different historical locations around Durham. And all that with the click of a button. So with just a couple months, we learned Xcode. Many of us hadn't ever programmed or done app development before, and we went from 0 to 100 and built our first app, green screen. And now I'd like to invite the Chief Design Officer, Cheris Fernando, to talk a little bit about the design.
I'm Cheris Fernando, and I'm the Chief Design Officer here at TeraThought. No matter which product you've used, whether it's clothing, hardware, or software, it has been meticulously designed by any company's design crew. Here at TeraThought, we design our apps, our graphic designs, and everything that represents our company at the front end. The design team is further split up into 2 subdivisions, the architectural division and the artistic division. The architectural division is responsible for laying the founding fundamentals of how the app works. Additionally, we also conceptualize how the user interface will work. The artistic division, on the other hand, is responsible for graphic design. What they do is they make app logos and company logos like the one you've been seeing on the bottom right of the screen to represent the company on the website and on any other place that you've seen our brand. Sorry. So now you may be wondering, how do we do all of this? Well, with our access to the Adobe suite of products, as well as Envato elements, we were able to emulate our design process. We use Adobe Illustrator to make a majority of our graphic designs, and then use Adobe Photoshop to further edit them. Additionally, we use Adobe XD to design the app interfaces to make them as easy and intuitive to use. Envato elements provide us with over 20 million creative assets that everyone in the company can use to emulate emulate every single graphic design we make, and make it intuitive and easy. Now, if you've had a keen eye for graphic design or art, you should really consider joining the design team. The design team is ultimately what makes a TeraThought project into a TeraThought product. When I first joined TeraThought, I never even knew that I was going to be working with such apps, and I never even knew I was going to get such industry standard exposure. So I highly recommend you join. Thank you so much. I'm now going to hand off to Omar Pasha and Emiliano Garcia, co-vice presidents of marketing.
Hello, I'm Emiliano Garcia, and I'm the co-vice president of marketing. What the marketing division does can be summarized in 3 words: building our brand. To build our workforce, we do recruitment programs like what you're seeing. I'm sorry about the slide. Like what you're seeing right now. And we also make promotional videos like the one you saw at the beginning of the presentation. We also do more than just this. We also make essential graphics and graphic designs that promote our company. Our main goal is to get our thousands of users into millions of users. Now, to do all this, we use the industry standard Adobe Suite, starting with Audition. In Audition, we make a great beat, like the one you saw in the video, and then we go to After Effects, where we make beautiful and engaging motion graphics. Then we go to Premiere, where we really bring our project to life and add essential components like B-roll. Now, the other tools we use are Envato Elements and Wix to make our website, and Envato Elements gives us access to over 20 million creative assets. Remember that video in the beginning? That was the first task I was given in the marketing division. When I came in, I knew nothing. I was originally in the design division. But through 3 weeks of hard work, I was able to achieve that with 0 experience. I'd like to pass it off to my co-vice president, Omar Pasha.
Hello everyone, my name is Omar Pasha, and I'm co-vice president with Emiliano in the marketing division. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more about marketing and what exactly we do. So in marketing, we really focus on trying to spread the word. We want to build our fan base even bigger than it already is. And we believe that the more people that know what we do and the ways that it can help them, the more users we're going to have, and the more people we're going to be able to help. We do this through commercials, editing the website to make it look nice, or ads, and much more. One of the most important is social media. Almost everyone is on social media, whether it's news, a big company, a funny video, a social media influencer. I guarantee if I took a survey of this room, at least 80% of the people would have social media or be on social media. As of now, TeraThought is only on Instagram and LinkedIn, but we're trying to expand even more. We want to be on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook for the older folks, and even TikTok. But we can't do this without you guys. We need more people so that way we can expand TeraThought even more. So you might be wondering, how could I join if I feel like I don't have any of the skills for marketing? My response to this is simple. You don't need skills. When me and Emiliano first joined the marketing division, we had no skill whatsoever. We had no idea what we were doing. However, through experience and every day learning new things at TeraThought, we were able to gain those skills and just learn more. In the long run, you could learn how to grow a media account to the point where you can have a viral account as well. You could be like the next Charlie D'Amelio, or even my grandma on TikTok, @CloudGrandma on TikTok if you want to check it out. So the point is, while you may not have the skills at first, over time you will gain experience and you'll be able to gain those skills, and it will help you later on in life as well. So please consider joining TeraThought to grow TeraThought to the max. Now I'd like to pass it on to my friend and vice president of the financial division, Adesh Anchalaya.
As Omar introduced me, I am the Vice President of Finance here at TeraThought. So every day we see talks about money, whether it be through stocks or the stocks market or even player sports contracts. Money is everywhere. But often at big companies, we don't know how the money is managed, where the money goes, or how the money is even spent. But here in the finance division at TeraThought, you get a first-hand approach to how the money goes and how the money is managed. From balancing the budget and making sure we don't spend too much, and even setting up our business bank account, there's a place for everyone at the finance division.
One of the most important jobs of my here at the finance division is getting venture capital. As you know, we need money to fund our company, and money doesn't grow on trees, so we have to go talk to different venture capital firms to acquire money. This includes calling them on the phone, getting rejected sometimes, and trying to set up a meeting with them. But that is the most important job, and who would have thought that interacting with people would be part of the finance division? Now, one of the more tedious parts of my job is managing our business bank account. When I first joined TeraThought, I had no idea how any of this worked. But through the process of learning, failing, and trying, we successfully created a business bank account. This makes sure our money doesn't go missing or mismanaged, and overall, we can keep track of our money this way. Now, if you have any remote interest in the finance division, or even want to know how to manage money, or even just want to see what's the inside of the company look like, you should consider joining the finance division, where you can even try a little embezzlement here and there. Or more importantly, you can learn how to manage the money and making sure it doesn't go missing. Now, to making sure we don't get in trouble, our vice presidents of legal, Matt and Esme.
I'm Matt. And we're part of the legal team here at TeraThought. So what does the legal team do? Well, the first thing it does is it makes things really official. Under this umbrella, we've already accomplished so much. For example, we got TeraThought into an LLC registered in Wyoming so we don't have to pay as many taxes when the income starts growing. We've also recently gotten the TeraThought name on the official list of small businesses registered in the United States by getting ourselves a DUNS number. Now, this string of numbers has opened the floodgates for the future growth and development of the company by allowing us to do things like make an Apple developer account, which allows us to release apps on the App Store under TeraThought LLC instead of under Vikram's name.
The other thing that we've done to make things pretty official is patenting our products, which also ensures that our competitors can't just take our money and take our stuff, and we get a pretty good revenue in the future. But the other important thing we do is keep Vikram out of prison. Obviously, this is pretty important because, without Vikram, the whole company kind of goes down. So we've done a few things to keep this pretty safe, and the first thing that we've done is draft terms and conditions for our products so that when people use our products, they have a really safe experience.
More specifically, we've done things like drafting privacy policy for our different apps so that people don't sue us, and also doing things like drafting a non-compete agreement so that people don't steal our ideas and take them to competitor companies.
Yes. So why join TeraThought's legal team? Well, the reason I joined is pretty clear. I really like the law, and I really like, I'm really fascinated by the way things interact when it comes to a framework and how you can shape that framework yourself. So this is my first-hand experience in getting to shape a framework for someone else.
Another really great reason to join the legal team is because it's just really exciting to make things official. Over Thanksgiving, I was talking with my family about my involvement in TeraThought. I told my aunt that we had a DUNS number. Obviously, I didn't think she would know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant before I joined the legal team. But she did, and she was like, holy cow, y'all are the real deal. That is exciting. The legal team makes TeraThought into the real deal. That's why you should join.
And even more so, I had an internship a few years ago with the Southern Coalition for Social Justice, and the only thing I did was file paperwork, but here I actually get to write contracts and write privacy policies. So if you're looking for a really good first-hand experience that you can put on your college app, this is it, and it's right here at DA.
So what brings all of these divisions together is the unique culture of TeraThought. Here to tell you more about the company's culture, we have the Chief Operations Officer, Victoria Lott.
Hey guys, I'm Victoria and I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at TeraThought. Now, we're using this word culture, but what does that mean exactly? Why is that important? Why do you care? Basically, we want TeraThought to be a place that you want to work. And how do we do that? TeraThought is different. We're not a club, we're not a team, we're a real company. And we're not just any company either. We're a company that's specifically designed for you, the student. So with deliverable-based timelines, you basically get to decide how you're going to spend your time each day. And this is great. We all have really hectic schedules. It's something that's really been important for me. So basically every day to check in, we do stand-ups. And every member completes these. It's really easy, just a few simple questions. What'd you do today? What's blocking your progress? What are you going to do tomorrow? And it's things like stand-ups that make TeraThought one of the most dynamically collaborative places to work. So these stand-ups are really unique. It instills a self-accountability within all of our members, which is really important. And you get rewarded for doing this too, which is really cool. So basically a program called Karma gamifies our whole company. So you get different points for stand-ups, coming to meetings, completing larger deliverables, and you can actually cash these points in for prizes. Yes, prizes. If you want merchandise, in case you're eyeing a pretty sweet sweatshirt, you can get that. And if something that you've heard today has really sparked your interest and you're thinking, hey, I want to be a part of that, you'll get a 25-point signing bonus, which is awesome. Remember the advisory programming you did? Because I know all of you do the advisory programming, right? Basically, just as a quick reminder, you were just asked to brainstorm any problem, come up with a mobile app solution. And let me just say, guys, some of these were really good, and we looked at every single one. Yes, all of them took a while. And we narrowed it down to 3 winners. So congratulations to Luke and Andrew from the Genzano Advisory. Colleen, Karina, Ryan, and Leo from the School Advisory, and Matthew, Zeb, Kaya, Miriam, and Alex from the Garrett Advisory. Let's give them a round of applause. So if you just heard your name called, congratulations, because if you join TeraThought, not only are you going to get that 25-point signing bonus, but you're also going to get another 10 just for winning the advisory challenge. So congratulations. But if none of this stuff is appealing to you so far, you can always join for the food. So at all of our company-wide meetings, we use DoorDash. So let's say we're in the meeting, Vikram's at the front talking about whatever he's talking about, blah, 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 super bored. At least you can think about that over a plate of noodles and company, am I right? So to wrap all of this up, the most important thing about our culture here at TeraThought is this slogan, aim to aim higher. Push yourself, max your potential, achieve above and beyond. And we give you the platform to do that. Thank you, and here's back to our CEO, Vikram.
Absolutely. This slogan, aim to aim higher, it's really what binds TeraThought together. I would even go as far as saying it's the common denominator between every single one of our members. We all have incredibly varied interests and varied areas of focus. But this growth mindset is what defines us. And no clearer have we seen this mindset than within all of you here at DA. And with TeraThought, we're confident that this mindset will continue to find a home here and continue for many years. Because many of you may be wondering, what happens after the seniors graduate? Yeah, a lot of our leadership team, a lot of the people you've seen on stage today are seniors. So what happens after we leave? Well, I'm glad to reassure everybody that the DA branch of TeraThought will continue. In fact, we'll be more prosperous and vibrant than ever before. Because once we go to college, TeraThought expands into 2 branches, and this actually benefits both in a symbiosis. The college branch will push the limits of our innovation to frontiers never reached before. Environmental technology, hardware, we're bringing in more revenue and resources than ever before. And the result of this is more resources, support, experience that gets funneled into our high school branch here at DA. You'll get to be a vital part of a startup organization without having to worry about starting an organization from scratch and going up against that high failure rate that many early stage startups face, because TeraThought's past that already. In essence, you get to have your startup and eat it too. And furthermore, a lot of seniors are in the leadership positions here right now. But after seniors graduate, there's going to be more leadership positions open to the DA branch than ever in this company's history. So get excited for that. If you're motivated, if you're passionate, if you join us, there's going to be lots of opportunities available to you in the coming years. And underclassmen, you have a long time to grow this branch to heights never seen before. So get excited for that. We have a really bright future here at DA. Now, about bright futures, I want to give everybody a super sneak peek at our flagship product. This is super exciting. Put your hands together for Poundwise. Now, Poundwise is the first and only comprehensive fitness motivation solution. But what does that mean? Well, like many things, motivation comes in waves. Quick cheer from anybody who made a New Year's resolution this year. Okay, now cheer again if you have since abandoned that New Year's resolution. They were about the same volume, which means that we're pretty bad at keeping our New Year's resolutions. And this goes for many things, right? When you set a goal for yourself, you're motivated to do it when you first start. But come January 2nd, 12th, 20th, and we find that motivation often dwindles. Now, especially in the fitness and activity realm, this is a significant problem. Because to get the maximum benefit out of your exercise, it needs to be consistent. You've got to be doing the same thing on a weekly or daily basis. And we wanted to help people keep and elevate their motivation to be active and lead a healthier, more active life at a constant high. And that's exactly what Poundwise does. We do this by allowing people to use what for many is their most powerful motivator, and that's money. So how specifically does this work? Well, Poundwise allows people to bet money on their activity goals. And we uniquely use the data your phone already tracks in HealthKit, the number of steps you take, the number of flights you climb, the distance you travel, to verify those goals and hold yourself accountable. There's a lot of people out there for whom they need that extra kick of motivation, where perhaps nothing else works, and they need a bit of that tough love. And we found that population to be surprisingly large. So by allowing people to hold themselves accountable, Poundwise serves an enormous social good, because we're allowing people to live their most healthy lives. But while we want everybody to meet their activity goals, and quite frankly can't control whether they do or don't, inevitably some of those bets are going to fall through the cracks. And therein lies our revenue and the immense business value proposition of Poundwise. In future versions of the app, we do give a percentage of this revenue back to our most successful users. And the way we do this is by funneling a portion of the profits we receive from those failed goals back to our most successful users who are not only meeting their goals, but consistently pushing themselves, who are setting higher goals for themselves every day, every week, who, as we would like to say, are aiming to aim higher. We want to reward that behavior of pushing yourself with monetary rewards. So if you're a Poundwise user that actually keeps pushing yourself, you can make money off this app. And in doing so, we hope to inspire everybody to push themselves to their absolute max and keep redefining for themselves what is possible. So we're super excited to launch Poundwise. You can find it on the App Store. We're hoping for a February 2020 launch to get super hyped for that. Now, if you're interested in joining the company, we strongly encourage you to come on down to 314 after this assembly. We'll have a number of our staff there. They'll be available to answer any of your questions, to help you decide what division is best for you, and show that TeraThought, while it is a large and important commitment, is doable for every single one of you. You shouldn't feel scared of this because it seems like a large commitment. All of us have done it, and it's absolutely doable. Now, for whatever reason you can't join us today, that's totally fine. Shoot us an email at join@terathought.com, and we'll be happy to get you started with the onboarding process online. So this has been TeraThought in a nutshell. This is an organization with 5 multifaceted divisions catering to you, whatever your interests may be. This is a company with 5 groundbreaking new products, pushing the envelope for what is possible for a high schooler and ensuring an incredibly bright future. And this is a community built on a culture of inclusivity, ambition, and aiming to aim higher. Guys, this is TeraThought on behalf of the entire company. Thank you so much. We hope you join us, and until next time, peace.